season. People everywhere are shopping, getting their holiday gifts. Every year we read how more and more people are doing purchases online. So with all those people being online, and we hear about hackers and we see all the breaches that are occurring, how do we stay safe when we're online over the holidays?
Yeah, this is tough because I personally do a lot of shopping online. I mean, almost all of it I can, and so it's becoming prevalent. But like you said, there's hacks that come out. The viruses, even the IRS. I think 227 million false tax returns were submitted in 2016.
Right. Yeah.
Equifax breach, we read about them all the time. And so some of this is the company's fault, but we need to be extra vigilant about that. And there's a lot of good ways to do that.
And I think about it that you get a lot of folks that may not be as tech savvy, right? Because if you have the technical expertise, it's easy enough when you're dealing with your laptop or your computer at home. But if you're not tech savvy, or sometimes in the case of older folks, they may not be as knowledgeable about the laptops and all that. How do we stay safe? What's your advice to them?
Yeah, well, I think you hit a nail on the head there. We can't expect people to be security experts, let alone computer experts. They just want to shop online. They want to be safe. Mm-hmm. So I like to think of it in kind of a simple way. I like to relate IT security to a car. So most people have a car and know what a car is, right?
Oh, cool. Yes.
So I think if you think about that car, we want to do things safely. So, for example, the first thing, there's a couple things we got to do, and I think about when I get into a car, what's the first thing I do? Mm-hmm. I put the seatbelt on.
That's right.
And I make sure that everybody in my car has a seatbelt on. So how that relates to IT security is that I think the same thing about antivirus. A seatbelt is like antivirus. Every computer in your house should have antivirus. Whether it's a Mac or a PC, you're not going to single one out because you think it's going to be more. Somebody in the back seat doesn't have to wear a seatbelt. Everyone should wear a seatbelt.
That's right.
Everyone should have antivirus. So that's step one. I think that solves a lot of that's a first good base, right?
Yeah, and I like the explanation that you're using about a car itself and a seatbelt, the basics. Because when you think about it, with the car you have your safety mechanisms, but then you also have other things that you do in terms of maintenance of the car and things of that sort as well too. But go on, tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so you're driving the car, and so let's say if I'm in a car and I want to be safe, and we're driving all around New England, sometimes Boston traffic can be crazy. You want to be safe, right?
Correct.
So if I get an accident, one thing I want to know is that I'm going to be safe in an accident, because just like internet, something could happen to you, right? So related to that, I would say I'd like to have a car with airbags, right? So I want to protect my head, my brain. So they have curtain side airbags, all these various airbags. So I kind of relate to this to if your hard drive crashed, you need to recover it. You want to be safe, and backups. So the way to do that is to back up your data, your brain, protect your brain with airbags. The same kind of concept.
Ah, I see. That's a very interesting thing. But Brian, when you think about it, we could go through steps like that, just like you say with the car, and we have the airbags, we have the seat belts. Let's say we're doing the maintenance, changing the oil, basic things of that sort, making sure that the air and pressure of the tires is right and all. But you could take all those precautions, but does that guarantee that we still cannot become a victim to hacking or a breach?
No. I mean, there's no guarantee, but you have to. I think if you think about security in layers, just like you're driving a car, you're going to take good care of your car and maintenance. Make sure you have good tires. You mentioned tires or mentioned maintenance. One thing about maintenance is maintaining your computer. So your computer, you need to make sure. It's always asking for updates, and somebody says, "I'll do updates later." You should do updates all the time, because that's the Microsoft or Apple's way of saying, we have a problem here, we need to fix it. And that's what these hackers, these cyber criminals, they're taking advantage of the fact that you're just too busy to update, or you're too busy to turn your firewall that's on your computer on. And these are the maintenance things that there's one more layer that these hackers, these cyber criminals have to get past.
Okay,